Every competitive shooter has had the experience at one time or another of consistently shooting great in practice, only to fall apart under competitive pressure. It reminds me of a story of a 16-year-old that I worked with by the name of Lisa, who had dreams of competing in college, of making a collegiate team. In the early part of her career, her trajectory was straight up. She was performing well, doing great, having fun, wasn't real serious about it, which is probably why she was having so much fun. And as she started to get more success, the expectations on her grew, and she started struggling a little bit under competitive pressure. And actually what would happen is, during the matches when she was shooting well, she'd start thinking more about how well she was doing, putting more pressure on herself, and then she'd catch a flyer. She'd have a shot that was way out of the X-ring, and she'd get upset with herself. And that frustration led to more frustration and physically tightening up, and another bad shot, and before she knew it, she was out of the competition. Now, of course, none of this happened in practice. It only happened when she was under competitive pressure. So Lisa called me, and when she did, she was pretty discouraged and she was frustrated. And her coaches were frustrated, and her parents were beside themselves because they didn't understand why a kid who could shoot so well in practice would fall apart under pressure. And what was clear to me was her focus of concentration, both before and during her match, were way off. And she needed to learn how to better control her emotions when they started to kind of build up, especially her frustration. And she needed to learn how to let go of her bad shots. Now, this is a really common problem for shooters across every discipline, and it's one of these things that's so common that over the years I've really been able to put together training material, audios, books, workbooks for athletes to use in these situations. And what I did with Lisa was I really taught her to be aware of what she was doing wrong and how to change it. And as a consequence, when those waves of frustration started to roll in when she had a bad shot, she was able to more quickly let them go and start to shoot exactly the way she would in practice, and even under high competitive pressure. Now, you can do what Lisa did. You could work with me one-on-one. You could choose to work with some of my training material. I'd be happy to chat with you if you had some questions about what would work best for you. But one of the things I can promise you is that if you want to take your shooting to the next level, you have to work on the mental side of your performance. You have to learn to get control of your focus. You have to learn to get control of your emotions. And when you do that, you'll consistently shoot like a champion.